Well, guys, I thought that was a game of tempos, and I thought we completely controlled the tempo in the first half. And then I thought they did a great job of, obviously moving the ball around, burning some clock in the second half, kind of limiting our possessions. When I look at the non-conference, this is a very good game for us because obviously we want to try to get out and run as much as we can. But when you play in our league in the ACC, you're going to have some teams that obviously will try to get you more into a half-court game. And so I think we can take this tape and obviously learn from it. I give these guys credit, my players, meaning that this group of young men have never played against a Princeton offense, and obviously, as expected, when you're a pressure team and you deny passing lanes and everything else, we got back cut a few times, and but I think overall, I think it'll be a good learning experience for us. We'll be able to, chop the tape up and show us what we got to get better at, and obviously move forward about it. But excited. I never take a win for granted, and extremely happy that we're forward on right now. So, questions?
All right, Kevin, nothing against Maine or St. Peter's or Mercer, but is there a part of you, having seen your team for four games now, seeing the way you guys have played, that's looking forward to maybe testing against a different level of competition, seeing what you guys can do?
You know what? No, I don't look. I don't look ahead. We only prepare for the opponents that's in front of us. We got a new group of guys. It's when you think about it, as I said before, we've got only 3 guys that wore an NC State uniform, and so some of these things have helped us. I think all of the games at the end of the day will help us, and as the schedule goes on, I think we'll see some tougher competition. But I like the teams that we played. I like what we've gotten out of it. I think playing Maine today with their style will really help us when we get in the ACC.
Did you like your zone offense today, the way you handled it?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I did.
Are you going to need more inside presence, you think, offensively?
No, I thought our zone offense was fine. We made more shots, obviously, in the first half than we did in the second behind the three-point line, but I thought it was fine. You didn't like it? By the question, I'm just asking. You can answer it.
I just asked the question.
All right. But you can answer it. I'll listen to you.
Well, I have an opinion.
All right. Tell me what it is. You didn't like it?
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll go with you. You said it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought we got everything we wanted out of it. We missed some shots in the second half, some open looks and everything, but I was fine on our zone offense.
Kevin, what was your impression of the start? It was 15-0 right out of the gate for you guys.
Yeah, I thought for the 3 out of 4 games we've come out of the gate and started the game really fast, and I thought we did some good things. And then obviously, we knew in the last couple of days that we were going to have some breakdowns. Obviously, when you got a team that can backdoor cut you, and the way we play, we try to obviously get in passing lanes and everything else. So we knew that we were going to have some backdoor cuts on us, some layups and everything else. And I thought for the most part we handled it, but we had some breakdowns.
You had TD or starters out there at the end. You don't really have a bench to clear this year. Why is that? You don't have any practice players or walk-ons dressed or any of that, or may not have any at all. Why is that this year?
Yeah, I promised every guy that we were going to play 40 minutes a game, so I didn't want to walk on. Now I'm only kidding. It happened. It worked out that way. And with your question, we're probably going to have some type of walk-on trial. If you asked our guys, they wouldn't want to add another guy. They like the fact that they get a chance to play. And if you look at it, I like the balance of our team right now. I don't think anybody's playing over 25 minutes a game in the first 4 games. It's worked out pretty well for us so far, but we probably will add a couple guys to the roster sooner or later.
Do you have any practice players who aren't dressing for games?
We don't.
And you with transfers and all that, you have enough bodies for practice?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Sasha's the only guy that obviously he practices with us every day, and Manny, of course, is out because of his shoulder.
Okay.
What security blanket is Eric Locke provided, and what was kind of the thinking process of going with an older player like him instead of maybe a freshman last spring?
Yeah, we had originally signed a really big group of freshmen, and I didn't want to have, obviously, going into this year 5 or 6 freshmen. It's obviously tough to win with freshmen. And so, you know, he was available. I've known Eric for quite a long time, and, you know, just his versatility. You know, he's a guy who in college last year averaged about 14 points a game, but, you know, I said this before, he reminds me a lot of Torian Doran, where, you know, he can do a little bit of everything. So, you know, when you look at our roster, we've got C.J. Bryce, who is starting to fill the stat sheet up similar to what he did at Wilmington, and Devin is starting to play a little bit better, especially the last game, and then you add TD, and then you Eric Lockett. We've got 4 or 5 guys that are all similar size that can do some different stuff.
Do you like your team's intensity after 15-0? Do you feel like they kept the foot on the gas?
I like our intensity. I thought we were flat a little bit at times, but you know, give credit to Maine. You know, anytime you know you get to a situation where it's 5 out, you know, they drove our post guys away from the basket and obviously were able to reverse the ball. But you know, I like our effort. Our effort has been great. We just played against a different team that obviously didn't want to run with us. When you look at those guys, they didn't try to push much in transition. They got in transition if they had it, but they didn't try to push it in transition.
Do you see this game as being useful down the road in terms of style?
100%. I'm excited about this game, probably actually more than the rest of them, because we'll get a chance to play. You know, when you get into the ACC, as you guys have covered for a long time, you've got all different types of teams in the ACC, and so we'll have the opportunity. We'll face someone who plays similar basketball, not identical, but similar.
Guys got it?
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you.